All right, everybody. Welcome to session 78 of Descent into Fernia. Who would like to give the recap?
We faced off against D&D's final boss, a
The door.
and like a ghost came out of it, or some sort of spectral, incorporeal figure came out of it, and asked us for the password. And we pretended like we were supposed to be there, but that we were not given a password. So we were not able to successfully guess the password. We were also told if we fought the thing that everything would just get exponentially harder to make it through, but that is apparently another way to get the door open. And so at some point we started fighting, and all of the suits of armor, no, maybe not all of them, a bunch of suits of armor from outside sprung to life, and we all ran off for the vehicle, figuring we could attack with the weapons inside. So we did that, and I believe we dispatched like the Wraith or Spectre or whatever it was, and the suits of armor that had animated. But I don't recall if we actually got the door open.
Yeah, I think it opened right at the end. And I believe Hawk said what we wanted was right at the threshold, and we just left right afterwards. I believe, if I have that correct.
Yeah, I don't write down many notes, but I did write that down. Plus a whole level too.
Yeah, it was something like it was like pressed up against the door, so when we opened it, it fell right into the room. We didn't have to go in.
Yeah.
Bye, Maddox. Yeah, so
See,
I
we're all
mean, go
saying
ahead
it, so it must be
and
right.
grab it and see what happens.
That's what she said.
But yeah, so you guys made it into the door which led down into the crypt, and let's bring that map up.
Guess I'm gonna cast light. Because I always see me.
Yeah, I mean, all of you do see the lights in. Oh, wait a minute. So you don't see anything?
I do see like the glowing green light and blue lights in front of me,
Okay.
but I don't see anybody else.
Yeah, I just see myself, and yeah.
So, I mean, at this point, we've already fought our way in. I would just cast light. I don't think we're going to be giving ourselves away.
All right. I will. Why am I doing it that way?
I'll cast it on my shield.
That's 20 and 20.
Yep.
Okay. And then let me bring up the. So you enter into the crypt. As you enter this round chamber, the first thing that you notice is a platform in the center. It is an arcane rune carved. It has an arcane rune carved into it that glows with a subtle green light. Directly in front of you and on either side are large stone slabs. Coursing through the stone are veins of iridescent blue, um, of an unknown substance. The room splits into two hallways, one to the left and one to the right.
I will turn. It looks like we're in like a little 5-foot corridor at the moment, but I will nonetheless turn and look back at Lux and say, "Ladies and elders first."
Well, apparently we've entered the realm of the crawl, so
Yes.
it is here somewhere.
By the way, is Trebek with you guys, or did you leave Trebek with
Left him in the vehicle.
yeah.
Told him not to get himself locked in that little extra dimensional space.
Mhm.
No matter how much he tells you there's cookies in there, don't go in there.
Right.
So I'm currently looking out for any shapeshifters. All right. What you? Why don't I see anything? Oh, I see. I will step sort of kind of into the room, look around.
Takash would definitely follow or be in the room.
Yeah, same.
I'm gonna step where I see Lux stepping. I'm expecting total Tomb of Horrors here, so.
Hawk, could you drop a Pantone token?
Oh yeah.
And I was sort of like look around. Well, alrighty, let's shall we get some detection magics going? What do we have available to us?
I'm fresh out of spells.
I mean, I'll take out my wand and cast Detect Magic.
Okay. So there are magical auras coming off of the slabs.
So these are just
Also,
like these are just like stone slabs. That's it. They're just like flat, low tables, basically.
not tables. They go up to the ceiling. The ceiling is about 10 feet up, and so they go from floor to ceiling. But they do protrude from the walls and are made of clearly a different substance than the rest of the stone in the room. And they're have veins of pulsing blue light. And if you look closely, it seems as if they are actually some kind of fluid pulsing through the stone. Um, and and then there is this platform here in the center that is covered in arcane runes. All of them radiate with some form of magic. The stones radiate more of an enchantment and transmutation type of magic, where the platform is primarily divination, conjuration, and illusion.
I'll go ahead and cast Detect Evil and Good as well. That way
Okay.
we can have a more broad spectrum.
Can you post that spell?
Uh,
Oh, you are. Okay. Let me.
For the duration, you know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated. Blocked
So-
by a foot of stone, an inch of steel or metal, a thin sheet of lead, 3 foot of wood or dirt.
So the you don't detect any aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30
Sure.
feet of you. But
Yeah.
the entire area resonates with the funk of desecration.
Sure. I'll point that out as well.
So I will investigate the rune on the central platform. See if I can determine anything about it, what it might be there for to do,
Okay.
without touching it in any way, just visual inspection. I would walk around the perimeter of the platform if needed, though.
So as you look at the rune, uh, you can't understand all of the magic within it, but it looks as if the outer ring is a form of teleportation circle. Uh, the inner ring is a um seems to be magically connected to these other stone slabs. Um, and then the central portion seems to be where the illusion magic is concentrated. Um, so you would guess from the setup that this is a platform that is simultaneously meant to contain things, especially entities that are summoned. It is also a means for transportation and communication.
So what do I have any idea why there's illusion magic in the center? If it's basically a magic circle.
So that is where the communication comes in.
I see.
You gather that it is likely to project images and sound.
So I'll inform people. I think this is some sort of teleportation and communication device. It's possible if we were to activate it, Feanor would know that we're here. Though I'm not sure why she needs this device in the center of the first room. Maybe this is how she gets in, but then I don't know why the communication thing is needed. In any event, I don't see anything here that looks like whatever it is that we're looking for. Do we know what this device that lets you mimic a dragon mark looks like?
Uh,
I don't remember ever hearing that. Just that there is a device.
I would say that if you were to find it, you would be able to identify it. Yeah.
Are there any markings on the
On the
slabs?
slabs?
Yeah.
No.
Words? Nothing?
Just the veins of blue pulsating light and fluid.
I can barely make out stuff at the end of this hallway. I can't quite determine what it is, though.
I can't see anything down there.
Lux, what do your half-orc eyes see?
A lot of bad ideas. Nothing.
There's like a wall here on this side.
That's the second hallway.
I can't see anything down it, so I don't know.
While the branded one has light cast upon him, there's no light within
There it is.
the chamber except for the glowing of the slabs and the platform.
I like to think Takash goes there and is like, for some reason I can't see anything because it's dark, Takash.
Is it dark or is it a wall of darkness? And then you step over it like, it was just dark. Okay, good.
Once again, I can make out maybe the hints of shape sway in the distance, but not enough to tell you exactly what we'd be walking into. But it does open up into some other kind of room.
Well, we need to pick a hallway and we're closest to this one now. Might as well move forward.
Absolutely. Stick close to me, branded one.
So as you enter this space, so large iron burial urns are positioned reverently throughout this hall, each engraved with a unique symbol. At the end of the room are a pair of statues depicting imposing warriors. Between them is a relief depicting the Angel of Death. As you approach, you hear a faint whisper. It grows into a strange babbling until the noise fills the room.
It was just babbling, nothing coherent.
It sounds like, oh yeah, yeah, let's go. Got that.
Can everybody else hear that? Or is it just my
What?
tinnitus?
No, I can too.
What language? Do we know this language?
No.
Gibberish.
I know Common, Delkir, Infernal, and Corey.
None of those. Well, wait a minute. Actually, you think maybe pieces of each of those languages can be heard in the babbling.
Okay. Does it seem to be multiple voices?
Yes.
Seems like a place of many lost souls.
It is a crypt of some sort.
Indeed. What's these things on the side again?
They are statues depicting imposing warriors, and on the back wall is a relief of the Angel of Death.
I was thinking he meant the whatever's on the side walls that look like urns or possibly toilets.
Right.
Um,
So we've stumbled into the restroom.
Mm-hmm. That's what they use the extra urns for.
So, at this point, Takash, you notice that you are beginning to sense the presence of undead.
From what direction?
All over.
Um, I will try. Okay, I will be ready with my weapon. Sort of like look all around. We are certainly surrounded by quite a few undead.
Is that to be expected?
Does it feel like they're getting closer?
It does. It's hard to say if it's getting closer, but the din of babbling is growing louder.
Um, well, anybody wish to do anything in this room?
I step back like halfway back down the hallway. Do I still hear it?
It is not as loud. I mean, so it is in this room that it is being heard. So
Okay.
you're hearing it come from within the room.
Okay.
So I will walk forward and inspect this image of the angel of death. Is this is like just carved into the wall, or is it a panel on the wall, or what?
It appears to be a panel of stone that goes from floor to ceiling, that is kind of pushed out from the wall, uh, where the relief has been etched.
And am I detecting anything magical about the this panel?
No.
I will sigh and see if the panel seems like it moves at all. Like grabbing it by either side and seeing if I could shake it.
I'll help.
All right. Just move your character tokens to the panel.
That's
I
not good.
will. I'll move up and be ready to attack whatever is going to come out.
Um,
Yeah, I see.
So-
I see Lux ready, and I'm readying my bow as well.
the babbling intensifies, and both um the branded one and Takash give me wisdom saving throws.
What could go wrong?
Oh,
You get a +4 on it, by the way, because you're next to me.
14 then.
22.
Okay. So, Takash, you notice the sound kind of creating this kind of creeping feeling around your shoulders and neck that kind of is like raising the hairs and causing a feeling of tingling pins and needles. But for the branded one, it is much more intense. And the branded one takes 11 psychic damage and has to use his reaction to make a melee attack against Takash.
Let's see. Uh, so should I draw a weapon? That's,
Uh,
I don't actually walk around with a weapon in hand. I just have my shield. I could smack him with my shield. But I'm not proficient with shield bashing.
whatever seems to make sense for your character, however they would
Oh, then I
strike
would almost
Takash.
certainly bash him with my shield. I'm
Okay.
a shield master. That just doesn't mean anything offensively.
If you're a shield master, I'll let you use your proficiency bonus on the attack.
Oh, sure.
You'll let him. He needs all the help he can get to try and hit me.
I'm just gonna roll a d20 then.
I
That
don't
was
think
like
you
a
can.
6.
So, Takash, you see the branded one tense and suddenly raise his arm, and you duck under the shield as it passes, it whiffs over your head.
I like to imagine I just like catch it.
Okay.
Just like stop it. He's like ah, all his might into it. I just go like, take it easy.
So am I attacking him because I'm sensing some sort of threat, or it's just involuntary?
No, it's involuntary, and as that happens, two shades emerge from the statues. They appear as dark, misty, and vaguely humanoid in shape. It is as if they were formed from the tattered shreds of mystical darkness itself. Their features roll and drift in macabre, terrifying visages. They lash out with all the pain, torment, and anguish that clearly fuels their undead existence. With their maddening display, they seem hungry to shatter and shred your minds. And with that, both Melodia and Lux, you can go ahead and use your reaction for your um, held action. And then we'll roll initiative. Melodia, which one are you attacking?
The northern one, the one right in front of me.
Okay. All right, so that is a hit. What is the elemental damage?
It's fire.
Okay. All right, so that is a hit. But even though it's a hit, the arrow seems to sail harmlessly through the thing. But you notice that there is a faint ripple in the roiling mass of shadow as it passes through, and there's a shudder as if it felt some bit of pain, but it doesn't seem to have registered very effective.
Got it.
And then Lux, you were holding your action as well.
Yeah, I was gonna use my punch, but it's unless I can move, I don't think I can move on a reaction. It's too far away.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with that, let's roll initiative. Where's the initiative button? Oh, good, I cleared it. Tony, do you need me to roll initiative for you? Or you got your dice? You're muted.
Yeah, no, I rolled it. I got my dice. I rolled a 2 plus 6, so that's 8.
Okay.
And Brandon 1 will get a +4 on his initiative, assuming he's not still angry with me for some reason.
All right. So you got an 8, you said, Takash?
Yeah,
And then Brandon 1 gets a +4.
yeah.
Okay. So Melody is up, Lux on deck, Branded 1 in the hole.
So with that, I was, I mean, I didn't specify, I was probably using normal ammo, on that, normal arrow. So I was gonna take another shot, but I was gonna not load it, with my bow and use the magical ammo that my, bow generates to see if that does anything more. I don't know how to post a weapon thing, so I will just copy and paste this.
It's posted in there. But with that, the magic arrows that your bow creates are no different than if it was shooting a
Oh,
normal
okay,
arrow.
got it, okay, all right.
It doesn't do a different type of damage. It's not like a different enchantment or anything like that.
Got it. And then for the purposes of Hunter's Mark, they're not a fiend, right?
No.
Okay.
The one that you hit, did you mark them?
We had it set where whenever I hit, it automatically happens, I believe. So yes,
Okay.
when we
Well,
were
I'm trying
shifting
to
around.
remember if that was just part of it or was it a reaction?
Let me
Just
pull it up
part of
1
it.
second.
All right, so he's marked as part of the action. Okay. So yeah, he's marked. All right. Roll again to confirm. That's confirmed. Go ahead and roll percentile. Whoa,
Oh.
we gotta look this up, see what happens here.
I instantly gain a level.
The target is immediately killed or knocked unconscious. Attacker's choice.
I mean, if I have my choice, it's gonna die.
All right, what does it look like as you do this?
I think that I'm just adamant that I saw my first reaction arrow go through and not cause as much damage. So I'm just dialing it in and I'm just like, I don't know, I catch some part of it that I'm like, that is what I'm going to aim at and hit. And I do. And it's like you said, it ripples, but the ripple continues going out and just dissipates the entire creature, like a reverberation almost, if you will.
Okay. Awesome. One shot, one kill.
Yeah. 2, but yeah. And then my next one, I'm going to pivot and shoot at the other one.
Yep. That's a hit.
Okay.
And I assume you're marking him now.
Yes, yeah. And then Pantone will run up. I think that's 30 feet. Okay. Here, and he will do a bite. There you go.
That's a miss.
Okay. And then I'll roll the ferocity, but that's my turn.
All right. Lux is up. Branded one on deck. Monster in the hole.
All right. First I gotta move up, I think 5 feet. Well, I guess this way so I can get. Come on. I don't hit Pantone. And Lux will lash out with all her anguish and suffering and frustration and torment that she's endured, because this shade's got nothing on her. Give me a break, buddy. Whatever. And that's gonna be radiant damage.
All right, that's a hit.
And you
And
two have
next,
probably been in existence for the same amount of time.
yeah.
That is also a hit.
And then my last attack.
And another hit.
Okay.
The as your what does it look like when you use this ranged version of your fists?
Just kind of like punches in the air and like the energy shoots forward.
Okay. So these this energy is incredibly disruptive to the creature. And it seems like it is faded from view. Uh it's wispy, but it recollects and it seems to be staggered, but from the onslaught of your attack.
Okay.
Hey Dustin.
Hey guys,
Oh,
sorry I'm late.
It's all right. You just missed an instant kill. Melodia managed to roll a 100 on a critical hit roll.
yeah. I gotta
Aw,
choose
nice.
knock it out or kill it, and I chose the better option, I feel.
Good. I was when you said you missed it, didn't kill. I was like, oh no, did Tony die again?
Um. So sorry, one sec. So that was Lux. Lux, are you doing anything else?
No.
Okay. And now it's the monster's turn.
Skip me.
Dustin, do you see your
You
token?
skip me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Brandon one. Brandon one is up. Monster's on deck.
So I have sort of locked in to what he's going to do, but he is actually not super wise. So just wondering, is Pantone fire resistant or immune to fire?
I think he might be. I think I'm resistant. I think he's immune, but let me double
That
check.
is good because my character is assuming immunity as he casts burning hands.
All right.
I'm just waiting for Roll20 to respond.
And I cannot see my token, Hawk.
All right.
I also do not see it on the shared screen that you're. Oh, now I see it. Okay, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, he's immune.
Well, it is not letting me roll. So it is a DC 17 dexterity save. And I will just roll the 3d6. Is it letting me roll this?
Wait, why? I am so sick of these things automatically toggling the whisper. I do not want whisper rolls.
So fail to save.
Yep. And it was
Oh, it's not set for an attack.
10 damage.
Yep.
All right. Anything else you're doing?
Nope, that's it.
All right. So the creature unleashes a horrible sound that rakes in the ears of everybody here. So everybody needs to make me a wisdom saving throw.
10 feet from you, you get +4 on it. Another wisdom save.
Yeah.
19.
It should be +12.
Oh, man.
I got 23.
Is this a fiend?
No.
Oh, construct, sir. Oh, wait, no, I'm not a construct.
So if you failed, you take 11 damage and you're stunned. If you succeeded, you take 5 damage and you're not stunned.
I am a
Psychic damage. So it looks like Melodia, Blade, and Pantone failed.
I don't take I shouldn't have take damage from this because I'm considered a construct.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so you don't need to worry about that. Additionally, as it rips, it unleashes this sound that is just horrible to hear. The sound grows and intensifies, and additional shades step forward. Takash, you're up. Blade on Melodia on deck, blade in the hole.
Can I use my reaction to punch one of them? Because they're in my threat space now?
Yeah.
All right. So the one closest to Melodia, because it looks like she's stunned, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to try to punch that one.
That's a hit.
Shit. Radiant damage. Can a shade be stunned? Hell, if I can remember.
Very few things are actually immune to stun.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try to stun it. I'll use a key point.
So it is not just stunned. Go ahead and roll a D100.
On second 100.
Come on, dice. 32. I mean, close. If it was a D32.
Okay, so So, Lux, I'll give you a choice. Either you can stun it and knock it back into the wall so that it's not it can't be targeted because it'd be behind the wall,
Right.
but the stun will last for 1d4 rounds. Otherwise, you can stun it for 2 rounds. So it's 2 rounds of stun where you can get attacks on it, or
Right,
it's
or-
potentially up to 4 rounds of stun, but it's out of sight and it can't be attacked, but it also doesn't attack anybody else.
Right. I'll take the sure thing and the 2 rounds of being stunned.
Okay. All right. Takash.
This one that's next to me. How is it like holding up right now?
Poorly.
Poorly, okay. I'm gonna swing at it. Oh, fuck you, what? Does a 12 hit?
No.
I'll use my other attack. That's better. 20 to hit.
That hits.
So we have 2 slashing. Oh, sorry, not 2 slashing. 8 slashing and 4 force damage.
Okay. Don't you also apply radiant damage?
I'm trying to confirm where that's at. I don't remember what feature lets me do that. It's all like automatic.
Oh, and you don't have your
Normally.
sheet on Roll20.
No. I have
Okay.
a link to the
E-
D&D Beyond character
Either
sheet.
way, that's enough to kill it. So you can go ahead and describe how you destroy it.
Uh, so I go to swing at it once, and it's like to not be killed. And so it forces me to miss the first attack, but I was like, it is your time to pass. And I swing true the second time, making sure its form dissipates before I move on up to the next one. And I would like to be up next to this one.
Okay. Anything else?
I think I have any great bonus actions. Oh, yeah. The ability to regain spell slots, but I don't need that right now. So yeah, no, I'm good.
All right. Melodia is stunned. Lade is
Yep.
up. Lux on deck. Branded 1 in the hole.
So what is this creature?
That is a shade, as far as you can tell. It's made up of roiling darkness that you see like faces appearing all over its body, rising up and passing back into the creature's form. And each of them are babbling and howling in languages that are unknown, or bits and pieces of languages that are known.
Deal over here, he'd know them.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Hawk, really quick. When was that the shade that Takash just killed? What was his initiative? Just so I know when, because it's 1 round for the stun.
It's until the stun is until the
It was
Well,
the end of
it
it was
says
the end
that.
of his it was the end of his round, and I just didn't know what his initiative was, and now that he's dead, not sure.
So you're stunned until the end of its next turn. So you would be stunned until after it goes again.
But it's dead. So I'm
Right,
like,
but
was
all of them are
It's,
acting on the same initiative.
oh, they are okay. So just
Yeah.
after 11. Got it. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Let's see. Blade is going to who is that? Takash?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Blade's going to go kind of on his shield. Is that an action? The shield?
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot.
that
Yeah,
might
so
be,
he
might,
Unless you already had it on.
I mean, we did walk
Um,
into a tomb where after
Yeah,
fighting the last shade that came out.
and there was enough warning because you guys heard the sound of babbling for a while before these things actually appeared. So I could say that I would be comfortable with saying that you had your shield out and ready.
okay, so that's one less thing. So he takes uh he his sword sword of the destroyer comes out of his arm, and he goes to swipe at the shade.
The one is stunned, right? So you have like advantage and everything too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Didn't need it.
So that's a hit.
Cool. And then I'm gonna deal sneak attack damage. And
They may be resistant to piercing damage, or I don't know. Something funky happened when it first got hit with an arrow. Another one of them. That was before you got here, Dustin.
okay. Well, this is for what it I think it, let's see. Hold on a sec. No. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the Sword of the Destroyer is magical or if it matters.
I think I thought it was but I don't, it doesn't say so on the description, so I could be just misremembering. But yeah, that is
So what does it look like, Mike?
I do.
So yeah, the sword is not it is magical. It doesn't have any bonuses or anything. But uh yeah, it passes through the creature. It normally would you ex it seems like because of the condition that Lux has left it in, it's a bit more vulnerable than normal. And so your blade is actually quite effective.
Nice. And then I'm gonna use cunning strike. And I'm gonna do the withdraw action, or the withdraw version, so I can kind of back out here
Okay.
without taking opportunity attacks. And then I'm gonna use my bonus action for insightful fighting uh, on these shade creatures again. So, well, actually, yeah, on these shade creatures. So let me do insight check.
Yeah, your insightful of fighting implies.
Cool. And that'll be Blade's turn.
All right, Lux, you're up. Branded, one on deck. Monsters in the hole.
All right. I'm gonna go after. Yeah, I can reach that one. Pretty sure. Yeah, I can reach the one that I have not stunned. That's next to Kosh, and I will go after that one.
Okay.
21 radiant damage.
That's a hit.
I will attempt to stun that one.
Stunned.
All right. And then I will focus fire on the last one. Crit.
Roll to confirm. That's confirmed. Roll your percentile.
Getting closer to that 100.
Target takes a level of exhaustion. Roll again.
Getting higher, getting closer.
Target is blinded.
Um,
And then that is 15. So that's 30, 60 damage. So that one you just instantly destroy. Go ahead and describe what that looks like.
so I turn and send a wave of radiant energy, and it just goes right through it, leaves a big hole, and then it kind of collapses in on itself and just turns to nothing. And then for my last attack, I will hit the stunned one. That takes 9 radiant.
Okay. Just because of the position that these guys are in and the kind of damage that you guys can do, we'll just say that you managed to dispatch the remaining 2 during the rounds that they're stunned. So if somebody would like to describe how you achieve that.
So how is Lux attacking from a distance? Because I just like the image of Lux like Three Stooges style punching them both with one strike.
Well, I can attack from 15 feet on my unarmed strike. It just like shoots energy.
I see.
So I'll let Melodia do it. She becomes unstunned and then just beats the shit out of both of them.
Yeah. I use my my bow as a club and I just club them to death.
Fuck this archery shit.
Yeah.
It's funny.
All right. So you managed to dispatch these shades.
Do we hear the chattering? Does that disappear?
It does.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go back to trying to pull this panel out of the wall.
How are you doing so?
Yeah, I was about to say, did it even seem like it moved last time?
It wasn't clear, like we got attacked as soon as we started messing with it. So I mean, I figure if it sort of seems like it's raised out of the wall, I was just going to try like grabbing around the edge of it and seeing if it moves in one direction or another, and then trying the other side if it doesn't.
Give me a strength check. Or
I
athletic.
was assistant. I don't know.
Okay, you can roll it with advantage if you want.
There you go. 3.
It does not budge. It is solidly attached to that wall.
Let me try, huh?
I, I don't know. It seems as if this is just permanently fixed to the wall.
It might be, but let's.
Completely immovable, possibly magically affixed to the wall, even though I didn't detect any magic.
It's magic.
Speaking of, I guess I did take a little bit of damage. I should make sure my detect evil and good is still on. Yeah, with it.
I made my checks for the detect magic.
That damage that it did to us is psychic damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I made the
So-
save and I'm resistant, so I took very little damage.
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk it? It's not common to see psychic resistance come to play. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's appropriate for me to try my own hand at prying this thing off of the wall, but
You could try.
anybody have a crowbar by chance?
Might actually, hang on.
I jettisoned pretty much all my equipment rather than carry it across the heat of Fernia.
Yeah, he does not. Blade doesn't have a crowbar. Got thieves tools that and jewelers tools that maybe there'd be some way to kind of like clean out some edges or something to kind of try to
Yeah.
separate it from a bit,
I've got
but
that.
nothing to just.
Let's see. I've got that adamantium staff, right? Yeah. I could try to assist Takash with that, like use the staff to try to pry this thing as he pulls on it or something.
Okay. That would give one of you advantage on your athletics check.
+5. I don't know what you get.
Oh yeah, not that much.
I'm not actually proficient in it, so I just have a high strength.
I am proficient. You're still higher than me.
So with advantage, I got a 19.
Nice.
Okay. You manage to budget enough where it actually detaches from the wall and begins to fall flat. So Lux, Akash, and the branded one, give me dexterity saves.
Are they within 10 feet of me?
Yes.
All right, you go +4 on
God.
it. Dexterity save?
Yeah.
And what do we get? +4?
Yeah, +4 from me.
All right.
16.
All right. Each of you managed to dodge out of the way of the stone slab as it falls from the wall. Behind it, there's nothing but stone, a stone wall.
Yeah, but did the stone slab like fucking crack apart whenever it hit the ground though?
Oh yeah, it's shattered.
That's probably for the best. Did it? I don't suppose it was emanating its own aura of desecration.
No.
Okay. Anything else in the room? A specific
Everything.
source of it? It's just sort of okay.
Yeah.
Permeates the air by minute. All right. All right. Well, now we know. Shall we go to the other room?
So is anything in the urn detecting as magical?
Hold
The
on.
urns.
A sec, guys.
No problem.
Well, obviously, any good video game, there's got to be something in them. We got to smash 'em.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
some
all
green
the-
gems.
Yeah.
Get your rupees.
There are also these two statues of warriors that were flanking the Angel of Death.
Is that what was on the panel?
The Angel of
panel
Death
had
was on the
some-
panel, yeah.
Yeah.
Because what harm could come from messing with the statues of armored warriors?
Oh, I know.
At least on my screen, it looks like Wade is down to 22 hit points. On the share screen, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not right. Why is it doing that?
It might
Yeah.
be
Should
tracking something other than hit points. Now you're at 50 of 43 hit points.
Yeah, it's at 50. Yeah, he should be at 50. Oh, you know what? I think I know what it was. Yeah. No, yeah, I don't know what it was, but he should be at 50. Because he had 71 and then he took permanent hit point damage. I forgot what it was from, but
The shade.
okay, yeah.
Could be worse. Could be third edition where they steal levels.
Yeah, that was always just mechanically painful
Yeah.
to have to back out levels.
Sorry about that, guys.
No problem.
All right. So the stone slab cracked, uh, and the entire room is suffused in the desecrating aura.
And then the urns.
So the urns each have a unique symbol upon them. If you look into the urns, all of them contain ash, which you would suppose is the remains of something.
Hmm.
And branded ones detect magic. Anything coming from them?
No.
Hmm.
Seems like this might be a dead end.
Seems that way. We might as well go try the other hallway.
Indeed.
Even if they're not magical by video game rules, if we smash those urns, we may find coins.
Yep.
That's how you get your rupees.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down this hallway. I
Has anything changed in this main room? Like,
No.
is it got the same, okay. The crawl doesn't appear, no shapeshifter, all right, good.
Mm-mm.
Use that glaive.
So
I think this
here,
is the room where we get shovel.
so
mean floor?
here, recesses in the walls hold wooden burial caskets. Many of them are destroyed, and there's a pile of bones laying at the end of the room. The two remaining caskets each have a single healthy red rose resting upon their lids. At the end of the room is a stone relief depicting an angel being cast from heaven.
All right, you want to break this one?
Like this lady has a high opinion of herself.
If we break this one, we can topple it over and crush all these skeletons before they can rise up to attack us.
That's thinking ahead.
Yep, absolutely.
We could drag these caskets over underneath it too, and then we. Any magical detection?
No. But you do detect the presence of undead.
Yet more undead, of course.
Specifically here and here.
I will point that out. I sense two undead in those two caskets at the far end.
So are these
Shall we?
tables right by the entrance? It looks like there's something on these tables, and I can't tell what it is from the picture.
They appear to be skulls made of different substances. Jade, obsidian, ivory, and brass.
Do we happen to know what exactly we are looking for?
Not exactly. We're
Well,
hoping we'll know it when we see it.
does your magical detection, is it capable of sensing a dragon mark?
I don't know. Are dragon marks considered magical?
Kind of.
Yeah, I don't know how it interacts with detect magic. So shall we get the jump on these two on the end here?
That makes sense to me.
I draw my bow and get ready.
Let's see which one.
And I'm ready in action to cast Holy Flare. Blessed Flare, sorry.
I will approach this one here. Does it seem like I could like
So
kick it open?
as you get that close, immediately the casket explodes. Both caskets explode. And so only Takash is in range for the exploding caskets. So Takash, give me a dexterity save.
Sure.
See that sweet deck save.
My dex save.
Don't forget you're within your own aura. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so my D&D Beyond accounts for that already. So I got a whopping 12.
All right.
You're going to get
Oh,
some
yeah.
nasty splinters.
Right.
So you take 4 piercing damage. And in the place of these caskets,
Oh.
Uh, okay, that's being weird. All right, I'm gonna pull over. Two mummies
Goddamn mummies.
stand. Um, and uh, so those of you readying actions can take your action. Which one are you striking?
The one closest to me, the one Takash is right next to him.
Okay. Who else had readied an action?
Same one, the one for Takash.
I mean,
All right,
I
that's a hit.
honestly should assume we hope it.
Okay. Anybody else have readied
Alright.
actions?
Yeah, I'm gonna punch the other one then.
Okay. That's a hit.
All right. We get a full turn or it's just one?
Um, just one.
Okay.
And then okay. And then let's roll initiative.
Any better than 10 feet gets +4.
No, you're too far away from me.
No, it did not.
Uh,
Oh, no wonder. I was clicking on the wrong one.
All right, Melodia, you're up. Blade on deck. Monsters in the hole.
I am going to take 2 shots at the same mummy, the one right in front of Takash.
Oh, I got a 22 by the way. Sorry.
All right, both hit.
Okay, and that's both fire damage, if that matters.
It definitely does.
And then Pantone is going to run up to the other one and do a bite attack.
That hits. Anything else?
Sorry, I muted. Nope, that is my turn, and I'll roll ferocity here in a second.
All right, Takash is up. Blade on deck. Mummy in the hole.
So I look at the mummy with a little bit of sadness. I'm like, I'm sorry that the Lady Feanor has done this to you, but it is time that I put you out of your misery. As I go to swing at him. Okay, yeah, there's a 29 to hit.
That
Damn
hits.
near. If only I could crit on a 19. All right, and so I'm gonna go ahead and just throw in Divine Smite as well. We'll do what Should I just do a third level? No, I should check just in case something happens. I'll save the third level. I'll put in a second level Divine Smite. So that will be confirm number of dice. Divine Smite D8 per level, essentially. Max it. Plus an extra D8 against undead. So 3 additional D8 against him. Cool.
So what is the total damage?
Let's say, so we have 12 slashing, 7 force, and then we have 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 14? Just 14 additional radiant damage?
Okay. It is still up.
Yeah, I kind of assume so. How is he looking now? I'm sure he wasn't a huge fan of that, but
He's looking, injured.
sure. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just do, oh, no, I'll hit him again. Let's see here. Hopefully I'll hit him again. 23 to hit.
That hits.
I'll just do a first level smite on it, but I'm gonna do that's 13 slashing, 2 force, and then maybe 1, 2, 3 additional damage. Yeah. 15 additional radiant damage.
Okay. It is still up.
A hearty little bugger, aren't you?
Anything else?
No, that's okay for now. I'm sitting there standing ready for it to try and assault me back, because I'm sure it didn't like that.
Blade, you're up. Monsters on deck. Lux in the hole.
All right. Blade is going to use insightful fighting to, or actually no, this is kind of it's not what he's gonna do. He's going to see if he could. Yeah, he could kind of pass through that. He's gonna kind of wind his way through uh next to Takash. Next to Takash, and he's going to let's see, is he within range of that guy? 10 feet. Hmm. No. And then he's gonna, well, you guess he'll use his bonus action to dash so he can actually close the distance between them. And then he'll use his attack action to try to stab him.
Okay.
with his sword.
Uh-oh.
Shouldn't have dashed.
Roll to confirm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a miss.
It's just what?
Just a miss.
Okay. And that'll be his turd.
Okay. So the mummy first uses its dreadful glare. It's gonna be focusing completely on Takash, the one that's in front of Takash and the blade. So first he's using this. God damn it! I hate that these default monsters do this. They default to the whisper. I hate this. Those things. It sucks. Okay. All right. So give me a wisdom saving throw, Takash.
That's 18.
Okay. And then it attacks you with its rotting fist.
I literally can only fail that wisdom save on a 1. My bonus is a +12.
Give me a constitution save.
And so we have what, 5 and 8, so that would quick. Con save is a 17.
Okay. So you're fine there. And then the other one attacks Pantone with the rotting fist. That misses. And then uses its dreadful glare on Lux. So Lux, give me a wisdom saving throw. Okay, so you're fine. But then everybody give me a perception check. Okay.
14.
So, through the din of battle, only Blade notices. And I'm gonna send you a message.
Blade
Blade, did you get
notices.
the message?
Was this through?
Oh, Zoom.
Yeah. Blade kind of holds his hand up and like swivels his head around and points back into the like look back towards the hallway and
Whole body
kind of
does just his head goes. Like, ah!
quite says to Takash, something approaches.
Good to know.
So
I'll keep
you
an eye
just say
out.
this to Takash?
uh he said, yeah, he says it kind of quietly. Um, yeah, he says it kind of quietly to Kosh. Um,
And I'm like, where?
And
like
you so I'm
that-
sorry, what did Blade do?
I just said that's the way in the hallway.
Something approaches. Where? From the hall. Watch the rear.
That
Do you look and point at all, or do you just hear it and inform Takash?
I look, I gesture and like point back in the direction that I'm hearing it.
Okay.
But I figure because like Takash and Blade are like in kind of in battle with this undead creature.
Mm-hmm.
So I figure kind of our handful, and like I just got like it's just kind of a quick notice. You know,
Okay.
it's like things coming.
Also, Melodia, you didn't hear anything, but you feel a sort of breath on the back of your neck and a tap on your shoulder.
Oh, so it's that close? Great.
Yeah.
I
Fantastic.
was sort of picturing Melodia being like, Painter's right behind me, isn't she?
So, Melodia, how do you respond?
Are you giving me an action to do something?
No, but
I mean, to anyone else looking at me, I would only assume that like I mean, I'm gonna assume that my natural one on perception means I am just dead set, like my eyes are locked onto that mummy that I was shooting at. So like I've sort of like tunnel visioned all the way in. I'm just zoning everything out entirely. And then you said I feel like a tap on my shoulder, and you just see the color just sort of go out of me, and I'm just like go pale white. I'm just like, oh shit, I fucked up. And yeah, we'll see what happens.
okay. So Branded One, and Lux, you both hear Melodia say that, and Branded One, Melodia's in your line of sight well enough that you can also see that she kind of reacts strangely. So what do the two of you do?
I mean, seeing Blade sort of point at Melodia, as far as I could tell, that's what he was pointing at. Uh, I would like glance at Melodia, but unless I see something obvious, I would turn my attention back to the mummies. I point out I did not roll a natural one, and I did way worse than Melodia on my perception check.
So you would see something, a figure standing immediately behind Melodia. Uh, Lux, how do you respond seeing uh Blade kind of point behind you and hearing Melodia's words?
I will turn and look to see what I see.
Okay.
Then I would probably do a double take because I was not expecting to see anything standing behind Melodia, and then just have like a look of horror on my face as I sort of shrink away from Melodia.
Yeah, don't say anything. You just gasp and point. You start backing away. Yeah.
Yeah, and what's the distance on it? Like, is it within 30 feet of me? Because my detect evil and good is still active, presumably.
Yes.
Hey, right within the range. I'm like, Melodia, watch it. Oh, you got it.
All
Right
right.
as it enters the range.
So it's hold on, let me get it seems safe to say that everybody's attention, except Melodia's, because Melodia, it sounds like you just kind of go still and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Am I picturing that correctly?
Pretty much, yeah. Since
Yeah.
I can't really do anything. Yeah.
And Pantone being an animal, neither of you turn to look at the thing. But it sounds like each of you do put your attention there. And so the minute that you gaze upon the creature, you need to everybody needs to give, except for Melodia and Pantone, give me an insight check.
Okay.
Uh, okay. So, um, Lux, Blade, the two of you both notice the creature, and you have an immediate and intense feeling of dread as you feel just the look of this creature, just gazing upon it, seems to draw your life force out of yourself and pull it into this creature. And you can see wisps of this life energy pulling away like steam and going into the creature's mouth. But that is nothing compared to the wave of energy that crosses from the branded one to Kosh, the branded one and Takash. Um, so
Goddamn Dementor.
uh, so the branded one in Takash, you guys fall to 0 hit points. You only have your vitality right now. And then
Here's a quick question.
Lux and Blade, you
Wow, that was a bitch of an insight roll.
Yeah.
Right. What is this frightening effect? Because I am immune to being frightened.
let's see.
And by extension, anybody within 10 feet of me, the allies.
You are immune to frighten, so it does not affect you. So not even you don't even take the you don't take the damage. So it looks like the branded one is the one that it affects worst. So you drop to 0 hit points and you fall unconscious. You can be awoken from that if somebody uses an action to wake you, or you take damage. And then uh, those that succeeded and are affected. Wait a minute. That'd be, yeah, Lux and Blade. Both of you take 31 psychic damage.
Well, so again, quick question: is Blade actually affected by that? Because he's within my aura, he's immune to frighten too.
And he is not.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, thank fuck.
The 31.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And so now Lux, you're up. If branded one is waking up, the branded one is on deck, and Melodia is in the hole.
Oh, okay. All right. So apparently this guy, whoever this is, didn't come to chat. Apparently not. So I'm going to move to within 15 feet and I'm going to start punching this.
Okay.
Hey, maybe.
That is a hit.
All right, radiant damage. I will attempt to stun him. Hit, whatever it is.
Not many things are immune to stun, but this guy.
Nah.
This fucking guy.
18. Oh, wait, I'm
18.
talking to myself. Ooh, should have kept 18.
Okay.
Does a 13 pass?
No.
Okay, so it's a success. So it's
Good.
not
So he
just
doesn't turn around and stun me or some bullshit. Yeah.
right.
All right. I'll try to hit him again.
Fucking instant death you.
Uh-oh.
Oh my
Crit
god.
fail. That's called an action point, and I re-roll.
Okay.
Screw you with your crit fails. 12. That's a
That is
miss.
a miss. But it's not a critical miss.
And last attack 24.
That's a hit.
And then I will try another. I use another Kai point for a stunning strike.
It's stunned.
Stunned.
Nice.
Okay. I got an action point. I'm going to use and roll some more.
Okay.
Screw this guy. 19. Well, I have advantage. He's stunned. 25,
Yeah, that's a hit.
27,
That is a hit.
23.
That is a hit.
All right.
It is looking bad.
And I will move. Fuck. Here. Let him move. Here. No, is that where I want to move? Hold on. I hate this friggin' tool. Come on.
Stay within 10 feet of me.
Yeah. All right. I move. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I move there.
Okay. So when a creature ends its turn within 30 feet, so Lux, you take 5 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Anything else you're doing?
No.
Okay. Branded one, you are unconscious.
Yep.
Melodia.
I take 5 necrotic damage.
Yes,
It's stunned, correct?
it is.
Okay. So I am going to, what do I have to do to get branded one up? Just use an action or?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go over here. Use an action to get him up.
Use a skull and hit him in the head with.
Yeah, just come on. Just flip the table on him.
Yeah.
And
Wake
then,
up or I'll knock you out.
yeah. As a bonus action, I am going to use the where was it? Just had it. The hidden warrior thing turns me invisible.
Okay.
I just had it here a second. Where'd it go?
So you're invisible until the
Until the end of my
And-
next until
yeah.
the start of my next turn. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll post it in a second if you need it, but that's
That's fine.
basically that. And then so I'm gonna roll my ferocity now for Pantone. See, oops.
Well, did you want
Looking at my
Pantone to attack?
Well, yeah, I'm seeing it's said to roll at the beginning of your turn because technically if that guy moved closer, he would take more ferocity.
Okay.
So I'm just doing that now, which is okay. So he has 4 ferocity right now. And then yeah, he's just going to do attack on the same guy.
That's a hit.
Okay, and that's 4 fire. The 4 is the fire damage.
Okay. Anything
Yeah,
else?
Nope, that is my turn.
looking at my situation as I am awoken, I'm now the closest thing to this horrifying death monster that one-shotted me, and I'm prone, and I don't get my turn before that thing gets to go again. I'm gonna do a Brandon and just pretend to be dead as best I can.
All right. Melodia, you and Pantone both take 5 necrotic damage.
Okay. Even Panto?
Pantone is within range, yeah.
Oh, he is. Okay. Got it.
Takash, you're up. Blade on deck. Monsters in the hole.
All right. I don't want to like just leave this mummy here. How is it looking anyways after my series of blows against it before?
Rough.
Okay. I'm gonna try and hit it once.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So that's a 27 to hit.
That hits.
Do I want to put a first level in it maybe? I might. Just to be sure, I might. Yeah, I'll throw in a first level spell slot for a Divine Smite. So we have just to be certain. So that's going to be 12 slashing, 2 force, and then oh yeah, 14, 17 radiant.
Okay. Go ahead and describe how that one dies.
Again, it's just like I'm sorry you have to go through this, but it is time for you to pass. And then I will then begin to move. I'm like, stay with me, your courage will not falter. So here, so 10. So he's conscious, right? Branded one?
Yeah.
He's playing dead. Make an
Yeah.
insight roll.
No, don't. That's how I got one-shotted.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, don't incite him.
I'll approach this thing. He's stunned, right?
He is.
Fucking beautiful. So I'll hit him with my second attack. 25 to hit.
That's a hit.
Hey, I don't know what this thing is like. He can one-shot people, but is he strong? I can't tell. I don't know. So maybe I just throw in a third level smite, just to be sure. So that would be an additional 4 total. Yeah, 4d8 radiant damage on top of the. So 10 slashing, 1 force, and then. A fucking 9 radiant damage on a third level smite.
Okay. It's still up.
Do I action point here and just try and down this thing? Probably. This seems like a good opportunity for it. I'm going to spend an action point to take
Okay.
an additional set of attacks against him. Since while he's still stunned. Another 25 to hit.
That hits.
Man, I don't know. We haven't found any additional like rooms here, so I don't know if it's. But I gotta expect the mic move of there being another boss after this boss. Um,
You haven't gotten any disfigurement yet, so yeah, you're right.
I have a missing eye.
Well, I thought you were going to get it from the splinters when the thing exploded.
Oh,
Yeah, it takes out the other eye.
Yep, you're like a pin cushion, like Pinhead.
Yeah, I'll use at least one more here. So I'm gonna use a second level spell slot. So we have the damage being then 12 slashing, 2 force, and then it's gonna be 2, 4. Oh, I missed a D8 on the last one. Let me get that real quick. So an extra 3 radiant from the first attack. Because I forgot, I assume he's undead, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So because of that, there was an extra D8 on it. And then this one will be one more. So 5, 6, 7, 9 radiant damage. I assume he's still up from that.
Wait, what is the damage?
It was 9 more radiant damage on that. So it was 12 slashing, 1 force, 9 radiant.
Wait, 1 radiant. I thought you used the second level smite.
Not force.
Oh,
1 force damage, sorry.
and then how much radiant?
9.
Okay. All right, go ahead and describe how he dies.
Again, what's the twist? Okay. You don't belong here, friend. You shouldn't exist. I just pour divine radiant energy into its body with my sword until it sort of overloads and sort of almost explodes in a bit of radiant light.
So, the creature is within 30 feet of me, correct? And it dies. And I suck its soul into the amulet.
Yes.
Not so fast.
And then I have another attack. So maybe I'll just throw a javelin at this other guy. I just
Okay.
let go of my sword, and obviously you see the hand come out of some hole in the air, grabs the sword, and pulls it through. And I pull out a javelin and just chuck it. What is this? D6. Okay, so that's 27 to hit for 9 piercing. I'm sure it's reduced because this is not a magical weapon, so
Okay.
I might get the radiant damage on this, maybe?
Yeah.
That apply to.
I consider javelins a melee weapon even when thrown.
Well, here's an extra D8 on it then. 7 radiant.
Okay. It's still up.
I assume so. Pantone is kind of just tanking it over there, so keep up the good work. I
Alright.
can't move anymore though, so I'm done.
Blade, you're up.
All right.
I'm playing from the phone here, so I don't know if I can actually move my token, but I can roll things.
Okay. You want to move it next to this guy?
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Blade is going to use his bonus. Let's see. Yeah, Blade is going to just attack it with a sword.
Okay.
As I
That's a hit.
learn how to. Cool. And then we'll add sneak attack. Did that roll sneak attack?
I did not.
Okay. I'll add sneak attack.
All right. Go ahead and describe how it dies.
Yeah. So Blade turns around and runs his sword right through its heart and throws him down on the ground as it kind of slides off and falls limp back into the coffin.
Okay. So the monsters have been defeated.
It's within 30 feet, and I have 2 reactions. I suck in that soul too.
Okay.
Not rest.
And Blade is gonna uh take a look at the coffins that the creatures came out of to see if there's anything in there.
So those coffins actually exploded.
Oh, that's right, that's right. Yeah, so obviously nothing in there.
Yeah, and the other coffins are in various stages of brokenness, with the bones that you suppose were once in those coffins now laying at the base of this relief of an angel falling from heaven.
Gotcha. Do we know what we are searching for in here?
No.
Okay.
We should see where that big guy came from. I'm assuming maybe the portal, but
Blade, um,
I'll make sure that branded one is okay.
so Blade, a message coming to you.
All right.
Okay.
Take a look at the skulls.
They look to be fairly ornate and well crafted. You also notice that the skulls do not appear to be completely human. Some of them have demonic features like horns or uh, large jaws full of sharp teeth.
How many are there?
4 skulls.
Okay. Are these magical? I look around. Somebody who can tell me if maybe they are or not.
I think that spell has dissipated since he went unconscious.
Oh,
Yeah,
Can you do it again? It was a wand, right?
I can, but I'm too busy healing myself.
what the hell?
Blade's gonna approach the relief. I presumably that's like there's a relief like near the wall that he's in,
Yeah.
that he's by. He's gonna approach it and kind of run his hands around the edges, and he says, "Guys, please, there must be something. There must be a passage or some sort of opening behind."
Wait, I've heard this before. I've heard this one before.
Blade's gonna attempt to like. Does it seem like it was like there was no luck in moving the other one? Does this one seem like it's the same as the one were looking at before?
Give me an investigation.
I got you.
Um, so you see like the edges where the relief shows that it may be like some kind of door, perhaps. They're very slight, but you can notice them. As you're exploring the relief, you also notice that it kind of gives a little bit when you push into it.
Okay. So, maybe erroneously or just for lack of a better idea, he's just gonna like push into the relief to see if he can just like if there's just a door.
How's
So
Brandon one looking, by the way?
Uh, he's looking better. He looks pissed off though.
Doesn't need any more healing.
He could use more healing. He's down by about a third.
I can give you a little.
um so Blade, it takes a bit of effort, but once you like really brace your shoulder against the relief and push into it, you feel it give, and then it seems to sink in, and then like some kind of automatic mechanism takes over and begins sliding to the side into the wall, revealing a passageway.
Found it. And he'll shoulder through.
I'm just watching the portal.
So that was 11 hit points. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but
Yep, thanks. I say thanks. Brandon one says nothing.
yeah, sometimes it's thankless work. It's okay. I understand. Do we have another light source? Torches, perhaps. I might have torches. Let me see. Yeah, I do have torches.
I feel like I certainly also have torches.
Yeah, I'll light a torch.
Okay.
I look back to the brand. If you see anything, do not hesitate to run towards us. We will do our best.
That's the plan.
Yeah, I'm pretty much with the branded one walking backwards, essentially, just keep an eye behind us.
Perhaps I move forward.
As they
Can you
start to
look
go
at me?
through, I would also back up towards the door. I found a crack in reality. This must be where the puppet masters are.
Yep, it's clipping through the wall.
I knew it.
I will very cautiously peek around this corner. Is there a door there?
Yeah. One second. I need to fix something. Okay. So this passage was hidden behind a secret door. There is a door before you that seems to have light sconces, but they don't appear to be lit. And you notice that from beneath the door, wisps of fog seem to be lolling underneath.
I'm sure. This is likely our destination, but would we like to do a quick investigation of the other hallway? Make sure nothing else sneaks up on us.
I think that would be smart.
And Blade wouldn't mind scouting it. Like forging
Does
on
Blade
ahead.
need a
And
light?
does Blade what?
Oh,
Need
that's
a
right.
light.
Blade is
Yeah, he does. Never mind.
I mean, it looks like branded one has followed us here, so you could borrow this torch, and we'll just have branded one's light.
Okay.
I'll go with Blade. I'll leave Phantom behind with everyone else though.
Yeah. So yeah, walking forward, trying to stay silent and not trigger any traps or anything.
So you get to the end and you see what looks to be a door mechanism that can access the room beyond. There seems to be uh, a kind of lever.
I told Blade I think this probably leads to the room we were in first. The Banshees race.
Hmm?
The Banshees
Palace.
race. What you
Shades.
whatever. I don't know. I killed it too quickly to notice. We should probably leave this one closed. I'm assuming it goes through there. So let's see what's in door number 2 down at the bottom.
That was good.
So we come back and I tell everyone I think that leads to the other room. But the door still is closed with the lever, so we could get out there potentially, but it's still closed currently. Is there anything any kind of check I can make about that fog? What it is? Any idea?
How would you check it? What would you be looking for?
I mean, just see if is it smoke? Is it actual fog? Is it just vapor? Just sort of basic stuff.
You don't smell any smoke, so it doesn't seem to be anything burning that's generating it.
Okay.
Is there an obvious way to open this door?
Yes.
A little too obvious.
I was
The
like,
first door that has an obvious mechanism to open.
it might just be safe, considering the other 2 doors were trapped and they were meant to keep us out. But it's probably safe to assume that this one is also not healthy for us. Are you able to detect any more magic? Looking to the branded one.
I will raise my hand and do like vague magic symbols in the air. No. Although you may want Blade to check it for traps before you try to open it.
I
That's-
quite would like that.
That's something he does, right?
Presumably.
I believe so.
I will stand near you to offer you courage.
Yeah, I guess Blade will search for any traps.
Is there like an actual torch on these things? Are they attached to the wall? Exactly does that look like?
They are attached to the wall.
Are there actual like
I would
unlit torches
investigate.
in them or just sconces?
I mean, I would investigate the sconces as well to see if I think they just happen to be, this is how paranoid I am. Are these actual sconces or are these actually some sort of mechanism for opening the door?
Um,
I am distrustful even of empty light sockets at this point.
It doesn't appear like there's any mechanism attached or utilizing the sconces. And Blade, what were you investigating?
He was looking for traps.
Um, there are no parent traps.
I will back up to where I am on the map. And motion for Takash to open the door.
Well, if we think it is safe,
And I back up around the corner.
do we want to light these cockroaches?
Seems okay to me. As far as I can tell.
Any harm? Do we feel there's any harm in lighting these?
I'll poke my head around the corner. I didn't see that there was any reason not to light them, but I know of no reason to light them if you already have a torch. And then I go back around the corner.
Then I kind of want to light them. I don't know why.
Oh, you have a lit
I'm-
torch.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a
Yeah,
step
I'm
back.
Let's go ahead and light them.
They sparkle like you just lit dynamite.
Guys, they're so pretty.
Wow. Light and a show?
I've seen these before. Normally, you carry them around and you make they leave light in the air for a second.
Um,
Are they
so-
actually sparkling or?
no, they're not. They're just
Okay.
lit.
All right. I don't hear like a weird, mysterious click after lighting them or anything.
No.
Okay. I look confidently like I'm about to open the door, and I look back and like fucking everybody's gone out of view. I'm sure it is fine. I will open the door.
Famous last word.
Okay.
I'm immune to frighten, which means I can't be scared, you know?
Which might not be a good thing.
So
Depends.
you open the door, and there is a thick fog in front of you that your light just simply cannot pierce. And within that mist,
I got my shield up. I'm like ready to defend against any attack.
you get the sense that the mist, I mean, as you encounter it, you breathe it in, it feels heavy in your lungs as if it were any thicker, it would feel like you were drowning. And from beyond the doorway, you hear plates of metal rubbing together. And you hear a voice that seems to come from everywhere and nowhere all at once. It's like a whisper, yet it booms with a bass that you can feel in your chest. I am the guardian of this path. Prove that it is Feanor's will that you are here, or die.
Well, I'm here, aren't I? How exactly am I supposed to prove that it is her will?
You have failed.
Good to know.
And then you you feel something attempt to strike you, but your armor manages to deflect the blow, and it knocks you back from the portal, from the doorway.
Uh,
And with that, we'll do initiative.
everybody step too far back, you don't get my aura. Nice. 6 plus 6, yeah, 22. The torch rolled a 2. All right.
Nice. All right. So where's theirs? So branded one is up. The Kash is on deck. Lux is in the hole.
So I assume I heard this exchange.
Yes.
And the door is like open, but there's just like an opaque fog there.
Yes.
So let me just check. So I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how this will work, but here is a spell where I don't need to see where I'm aiming. Isn't that always a wonderful thing to hear? I would just fire it like 30 feet beyond Takash so that he's not in the area of effect. I don't know what happens if it hits a wall. It may inadvertently hit Takash in that case, or maybe it doesn't work at all. But it doesn't say I need to see the spot. I pick a spot.
Okay. So the light of the sickening radiance brightens the fog. It remains opaque. And you are going to, you said 30 feet?
Yeah, 30 feet beyond Takash.
Maybe it'll light them up.
So, right. So really 30 feet past where Takash is really. So starting from
Right.
Takash, 30 feet beyond that.
Okay. Uh, okay.
Has it been 10 minutes yet?
For what?
My detective going good.
Did you not get hit at all?
I did. I made the saves.
Okay.
I have
It has
work
not
on
been,
sir.
it has not been 10 minutes yet. I mean, you can see the generally in front of you, there is one creature that detects as undead, but the spell doesn't allow you to actually perceive them.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as I know that they're I know that where they are.
Yeah.
As part of the spell. So I should know roughly where they're standing or where they are. Even if I can't see them.
So right in front of you, about 15 feet in front of you.
Okay. Got it.
Branded one, is there anything else you're doing?
I would then just back up
Okay.
and I would yell out for Takash to just close the door.
Oh, I
If-
know.
If radiant damage injures this thing, we could let this thing, my spell burn for 10 minutes. Which is what we did in the Colossus before, when we had opened the hatch and I fired this down.
All right, Takash.
Yeah, so like the sickening radiance, it makes a glow, right? Is there maybe a silhouette of this thing?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna close the door. I'm just gonna shut it and kind of see if I can hold it closed. I don't know how big this fucking room is, so hopefully it's not very big. There can only be so much room. Yeah, I mean, I besides that, I don't really do much else. Take a dodge action.
Okay. So you are shutting the door and taking the dodge action?
Yep. But I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna stand right there so that it has to go through me if it wants to get to anybody.
Okay. Uh, so Lux, you're up. Melody on deck. Monster in the hole.
Technically, I guess what's his Blade was up. He has the same initiative as me. I don't know if he's gonna do anything, but
Blade had to go, so he's hiding behind the corner.
yeah, okay, gotcha.
So we. So the branded one casts a spell and Kosh closed the door.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try to keep a. Okay. If. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna use a bonus action and get myself some temporary hit points. So I can do that. I will do that. And then I'm just gonna if Dustin's character's around the corner there, like watching the corner, then I'm gonna watch the door if anything comes out. But if he's not, then I'm watching around the corner to make sure something doesn't come around and try to get us.
Okay. Melodia?
Hi, I look at, or I asked Takash, are you injured?
Not even a little bit.
Branded one, how are you?
Mostly to full, about 10% down.
I honestly, I think I'm gonna cast Healing Spirit between Branded One and I. Just maintain concentration for a round, get a little bit of HP. But before I do, there's one thing I wanted to check really quick. Yeah, actually, I have an angle on the door, right, from where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna cast actually no, you know, I'm not gonna burn one of my spell slots for that. Be a waste. I'm gonna ready an action. If I see anything emerge and down any of the 3 corridors that's a foe, I'm gonna shoot at it.
You got to be more specific which way you're covering.
Okay, I'm covering the door that Takashi's on.
Okay.
And Pantone is he'll just take the dodge action as well.
Okay. So with that, the door, oh, wait a minute. The starts its turn there. So makes it save. So it doesn't take any damage, correct?
Right. That's right.
The door bursts open and shatters. There's still a wall of fog beyond the door. But then this creature teleports here. And then it attacks the branded one. Because this thing has the ability to sense things without needing sight.
What's a miss?
It's a miss.
That's a miss. That's a miss.
And that's its turn.
I would like to maybe make a case that I might be able to get a shot off for my reaction. I mean, it is in my line of sight. It
But
didn't
he
come
just
from the door.
appeared.
I know, but it's where I'm looking. It's just closer than I was expecting. I mean, if I have a bow drawn and something just appears closer, I mean, I could just let go.
I will give it to you with disadvantage.
Okay, that's fair. Yes, he is close.
Yeah, it's basically melee. So that would be disadvantage.
I'm assuming that's a miss.
Yeah.
Can I take a reaction and punch this thing, or
No, because it didn't actually. I mean, it because of the teleportation. I would say that
Okay.
it's different.
that's fine?
Branded one, you are up. Takashi on deck. Lux in the hole.
So this thing appears to be like a physical creature. It's not like another incorporeal creature.
Correct. And it is wearing heavy plate armor. And here is how it appears.
Everybody's pretty close. It's hard to, I don't think I can angle an area of effect spell in there. and not hit somebody else. So I'm going to cast greater invisibility on me.
It'll still know where you are.
I am not super wise and I have not thought about that. So I am still going to go forward with my plan because I don't listen to Takash anyway.
I don't blame
And
you.
then I'm going to try backing up and I'm probably going to get attacked.
Yeah, it is able to, I mean, that's its reaches. Well, actually, let's see. You're still within its threat range right there.
Oh, then I was going to keep backing up.
Okay. So there you are. You would be leaving its threat range.
So 20 misses if that was his attack. And I'm going to yell, fucking cheater, as I keep backing up. I'll go to about there. So the sickening radiance is gone. But what the hell? I was going to keep the greater invisibility up for the moment because who knows what's sneaking up from behind us. That's my turn.
Okay. Takash, you're up. Lux on deck. Melody in the hall.
Cool. Confirming I don't have any other cool, helpful features here.
Where's the
Torch.
torch?
It should be on me. I'm gonna drop it. It's right there. As
Yeah, I on the shared map, I don't know that the torch is visible to the share screen. So I don't think it's picking that up as something that we should see. I don't know why that is, but it seems to be.
That's very strange.
It's not, action. Okay. So, all right, so I'm gonna have my. So yeah, I drop the torch and pull the sword out of the ether. I command the sword to cast haste upon myself. So that's going to be
So wait,
useful.
you moved forward?
And then I will have moved forward, yeah. Do you care about that?
Yeah, I just posted why.
I didn't see one.
So you moved within his reach, so you trigger a reaction. And he's going to attack you with one of his piercing claws, which misses.
Yeah, I'm not scared. Especially with the haste going now. My AC has gone up. So yeah, that's cool. adjust this. So he has to hit a 23 to get me. And then I guess here's a quick question. Is that an action on my part to have the sword do that?
To have the sword do
Because
what?
it's the sword is the thing that casts the haste.
It's still, yeah, it still requires an action on your part.
That's fine. That's fine. I was confirming. And then so I have then the hasted action to make an attack roll. So I might as well just do that. So let's roll the hit. That's scotch on one. I don't think that's gonna hit. That's only a 17. Does a 17 hit?
No.
I didn't think so. That's fine. Upon its ass. And then combo bonus action, cool spells. Yeah, you know what? I will go ahead and also cast as a bonus action Shield of Faith on myself. So I get an extra 2 AC. I was just like, come on, you fiend, you blasphemer.
Does the sword maintain the concentration of the haste? Or how does the
Yeah.
double concentration thing work?
Yeah, the sword does it, maintains the haste. Luckily. So yeah, my AC is now 25. And I'm attempting to sort of taunt this thing to attack me.
Okay.
Come on, you big buffoon. Were you were you born that way, or did your mother beat you?
Anything else you're doing?
Nope, that's it.
So before Lux goes, this thing is going to use one of its legendary actions. So each creature within 5 feet, so that would be Takash and Melodia, need to make Constitution saving throw.
Melodia's just outside the range. I think.
Do I get a bonus for me being in 10 feet of you?
Are you within 10 feet?
That's what it says.
It's you're outside of the aura. He has his aura up.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I'm short a tad, but con save.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't. 15, 12 plus 2.
Yeah, no, I didn't make the save.
Why is it not doing the damage?
It says in there, yeah, it says 34, 5
Oh.
5d12 plus 2.
Yeah. So 30. Oh, inside, yeah, not there, but it did roll it that second time I did it. So you take 30 damage and then it teleports. And where it is going to teleport is right here.
Shield of faith.
Lux, you are now up.
Can I not see it?
No, you can see it.
Okay, it's just
You should have dark vision.
Yeah, it wouldn't show up here because I don't want people seeing what you can see.
no, it's fine. It's
But-
fine. It's just it's like shaded in red, and I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When it's
that's
in
your
red,
dark
it means
vision.
it's in your dark vision.
Yeah, that's the same
Gotcha.
for me. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Here we go. 18, that's probably not a hit.
It is a miss.
24, radiant
That
damage.
is a hit.
I use a Kai point to stun it.
It is not stunned.
Okay, last attack. Critical.
Roll it
Roll
again.
to confirm.
Confirm that bitch that we
It is
roll.
confirmed.
Now you should be even closer to 100.
Yep. Oh, going the wrong way. Damn it.
So 43. Target is immobilized until the end of their next turn.
Oh, sucks to be him.
Okay. And then that's 60 radiant damage.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. It's here.
Anything else you're doing?
No, that is all I can do. But I'm sure they heard the noise of me hitting the plate mail or whatever, the plate armor.
So Melodia, before you go, the thing is going to use a legendary action to make an attack on Lux.
It's
The 21 hit.
immobilized.
It's
That
not.
means it can't move, can't attack. Not paralyzed.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll work that out later.
So you take 28 damage and you are grappled.
Okay. Oh, good. Now I don't have to run around trying to chase it and beat the shit out of it. 28. So
Melodia, your turn.
Okay. Is I okay.
Oh,
So I want to cast lightning arrow on this thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm worrying, assuming like I just don't hit Lux. How much of reality do I have to worry about? Like, is this metal? Is that going to conduct into Lux and cause damage?
No.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to take my first shot without it to get hopefully get the hunter's mark.
It's a miss.
Okay. Then I'm going to cast the spell, the lightning arrow, and then I'm going to shoot again.
That's a hit.
Okay. And then it's page. It's DC 14. Nice.
Failed.
Sweet.
Did you upcast it? Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else you're doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a step over right to there. And there's no way I can have like Pantone's not coordinated enough to like help de-grapple.
No.
Yeah, okay. And what penalty is there a penalty if I attack into a grapple? Or is there advantage, or how does that work? Nothing?
No.
Okay. Then yeah, he's just going to bite attack.
Here, let me just check conditions, grappled. Yeah, it doesn't have any effect for you.
Okay. I I'll roll ferocity, but it's not really gonna change anything right here. But yeah, I'm gonna do a bite. Okay.
That's a miss.
Yep. Okay, that is my turn.
Okay. So the bone claw is really upset at Lux, so it is going to use all of its attacks on Lux. So the first attack, second attack, third attack.
All right. 23. All right, I'm into vitality.
Okay. And Branded one, you're up.
So I will move down here so that I can see where he is. And so I want to cast, and you tell me if there's going to be a problem, Flame Strike on the far side of this guy so that I'm not hitting Lux and Pantone.
If it's flame, don't worry about Pantone.
Right. It's
Oh,
partly
really?
flame.
Okay.
I would allow it.
You know, somehow my character sheet got switched so that it's trying to give me spell cards for everything rather than the actual attack to show the damage.
It's a deck save, right?
It's a deck save, yeah.
Failed.
So 17 fire, 12 radiant.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. So it is going to use a legendary action to use Shadow Jump. So
It's immobilized. How can it do that?
it's the end of its turn has ended. This is a different turn.
Okay.
So Pantone and Lux, give me con saves.
Lux might be within my radius there.
She is.
Yeah, so +4. Melodia's the one that needs it. Wouldn't help her either, though.
All right. So
Or
Pantone takes
Pantone.
37 necrotic damage. And both Lux and the creature disappear.
Well, it can't completely disappear. It's got to be within sight.
They disappear. Lux, your vision is now completely obscured in fog.
But it's grappled me, so it's like right next to me.
Yes.
Okay. So
Takash, you're up. Lux on deck, Melody in the hole.
I don't know how I could see there. I don't know where it's at, so it's just like peek around the corner here. Where is it?
I mean, it is moving around in plate. Can we hear it?
I would. I'll allow you a perception check.
Hey, Lux, make a little noise. Help us help you.
Um, I will make a perception check. That's only a 10.
That's good enough. You hear the shuffling in the fog beyond the door.
I just call into the room. Oh, I see. A frightened little child running from danger. Yeah, I'm just trying to taunt this thing. There's 2 torches here apparently.
Doesn't
I don't
seem
know
to
if I can
respond.
walk in or not.
You can walk in, and the minute that you do, you provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Because I can't see anything here, so on the map.
It's a miss, so
Can I tell where that came from? That attack?
You, you still have your detect evil and good up? Or
I
did you? I
don't
did.
know.
Yeah, you had to drop that for the Shield of Faith.
Which I immediately lost.
so the attack came from this side.
I mean, no matter how fucking thick the fog is, if it's right next to me, I should be able to see it.
You can't even see the hand in front of your face if you hold it up.
This door's been open. It should be bellowing out of here. What's going on here?
Imagine.
Damn magic.
So I will hold my sort of sword out in front of me as I walk that direction till I hit a flank.
Move your
So that I can find it.
move your token then where you're moving.
I don't know when I stop, so I don't know how big the room is.
Okay, so you're just gonna keep moving in that direction?
Well, you said it came from that direction, so
Yeah.
I should be able to tell where it came from. I have a hasted speed. I'm fucking fast as shit.
That's fine, but once you hear it hit this, you feel stone.
Watch
Okay.
out, there's one bottomless pit in there too.
Floor is covered in rakes.
No, no, no.
Everywhere you step, rake to the face.
Um. Yeah. Presumably, this fog is created by some form of magic. So I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on it.
Can you let's look at the spell.
It's just one object, creature, object, and magical effect within range. If it's third level or lower, it's automatically dispelled. 11. Check. DC 10 plus the spell is level.
Okay. Give me a caster check.
Oh, spell is person. All right. Uh, fucking kidding me. I'm gonna use an action point because this is bullshit.
Okay.
Oh my god. All right. The best I can do is a 10, which is obviously not going to work.
No.
The cantrip.
If it were, it would have been dispelled. I need at least a 14. Okay. I can't cast another spell with the haste. Such is life, I guess. I don't feel like, not that I can do it right now, but do I feel like a sea invisibility would help me here?
No. Because this isn't
Um,
like
yeah.
darkness or invisibility. This is an opaqueness that is, it's
Yep, that's
similar,
fine.
but actually even more potent than magical darkness.
This were Baldur's Gate, we'd have like 20 gust of wind spells that we've never used.
This could be dispelled by a simple darkness spell. Cloud kill and shit like that. Darkness is the fog effect, so it's overwrites it, and then you can just drop concentration on it. It feels like I'm in a corner, right? Is that safe to bet?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put my back to the corner and dodge. I guess I should be able to dodge with that special action. So,
Okay.
and I gotta go walk.
So before Lux goes, the thing is going to use its last legendary action of the round to attack Lux, and it has advantage. 17 hit.
Nope.
All right, Lux, you're
All
up.
right. Try to hit it.
That's a hit.
Stunning strike. You made it. Next hit. Nope, I don't have advantage.
Nope.
And for my bonus action, I will get some temporary hit points.
Okay. Melodia.
All right.
And I
I'm
yell
going-
in here.
I would like to cast Wind Wall. More to the point of to try to move or mitigate this fog. I can pick randomly I mean, I don't know how you want to do this.
Here's the risk.
I figure if since I don't know where it's going, I could probably hit someone I know. That's sort of what I was figuring.
There's a potential to hit both Lux and
Yeah.
Takash.
Mhm.
Lux is in pretty bad shape.
Yep.
And because it's a magical effect, I would require a caster check to see if your spell can overcome the magic of this fog.
What is a caster check?
So it's a D10 plus your casting ability score modifier.
Okay.
So I think as a ranger, that's wisdom.
Okay.
It's a D20 plus your caster.
Is that not what I said?
No,
Oh,
you
you
said
said
a D10.
Oh, D20, yeah.
Oh, I mean, that would be pretty damn low. Um, sure, let's go for it. How would I go about picking randomly too? Just random? Just,
So first of all, let's do the caster check to
Yeah.
see if your
okay,
wind wall will even be effective.
okay. So a D20 you said?
Yeah, D20.
17.
Okay, it's effective.
Okay.
So just use the draw tool and draw in the darkness.
The only thing I'll say, I have no idea what the room is, so it might, okay. How many do I get? Make 15. Oh, okay, so 50 feet long. This is the door right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I will do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Shit. Did you get that?
What are you counting?
It didn't. I'm guessing I clicked the wrong thing. I was counting the spaces. I was counting 5 foot increments, and I'm guessing it didn't. My drawing didn't save.
So
Or it's just in the darkness.
so it's
Oh, that's probably what it is. Yeah.
hold on. So it is in the darkness,
Okay.
but
So I was doing it by 5 foot 5 foot
Um,
increments or 5 foot squares. It's connecting blocks of up to 50 feet long.
right. So wait, why is that linger? So are you starting on this end or on this end?
That one.
Okay, so you're going basically
Counter or clockwise.
so 10, 20.
Or I was thinking of starting, yeah, right where that point is, right there. But if I have to start right in front of me, that's fine.
That's fine. 45. So yours is not, you don't have as much room as you
Oh, okay.
might
If that's the
want.
case, then just a straight line down the middle, then, as far as I can go.
Okay, so 25, and then do you want to go in a direction?
That's case, yeah, like I'll do like a 45-degree angle like this. and then carry over as far as I can that way.
Which way?
To the right.
Ping.
Um, start there, go, come on, there, and then go as far as I can. Come on, that way.
Okay, so you want to go from here and how far this way do you want to go?
About that 25 feet.
Okay, so then here,
Yeah.
and then you have
Or sorry,
another
it's
15 feet.
like directly go here and then go this way. So rather than a straight line, I didn't realize it was, yeah.
Okay.
Making like a 7, like doing it from the bottom.
And it's 1 foot thick, right?
Yeah.
1 foot, yeah, 1 foot thick, 15 feet tall.
Okay. So I would say that it will clear a 5 foot portion of the wind fog. So let me first get rid of all these lines. So that's the area you reveal.
Okay.
And
And then I'm gonna send Pantone in and or actually hand right there.
all right, so it also takes the 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
20, yeah, okay, get there.
So roll the 3d8.
Okay.
Do you have 4th level spell slots?
Um,
And oh,
I don't think so.
it's adding your hunter's mark to it. That's why. Okay.
no, yeah, I think I just have 3.
Okay.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay. Anything else?
Pantone ran in there, and since he caught eyes of him, he's going to use his his spit breath. So
Okay.
check. Make sure he has. Yeah, his 2 ferocity. Yeah, that's good. So I think he has to do this at disadvantage, but try.
Why would he be at disadvantage?
Because isn't the range 30 to 60?
As long as
So it's
he's
30
within
feet
30 feet,
is normal
it's
range.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, no, then 27.
that's fire damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and that is my turn.
All right. So the bone claw is up. It is going to continue to attack Lux. So first attack. And I'm going to say it no longer has advantage on you because even though the fog is thick and it's still covering you, he no longer has advantage on you because of the effects of this wind walk or wind wall. That last one hit, didn't it?
Yeah, there goes my temp. HP is gone.
Okay. That's its turn. Branded one, you're up. Takasha on deck, Lux in the hole.
That's the wrong one. I mean, I would move up here to where I can see it, and then I would cast Blessed Flare on it. Oh well. 8 points of damage.
I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, I don't see yours.
Oh. I'll re-roll it then. I had an unconfirmed crit.
All
Hmm.
right.
And then I will back up. In case Melodia wants to step into that spot.
Okay. It's going to use a legendary action to make a claw attack on Lux.
Dead. But I got relentless endurance. So I got 1 HP point.
Nice.
Um,
That
Takash,
is
don't we,
so
don't you have, one of the, bottles? Didn't we get the, potion of excellence?
This ain't worth it. We'll get there.
Okay. Nah, just saying.
gosh, it's like don't waste the potion.
Yeah, I want to level up. This little bitch's been here way too long.
All right, so on my screen, I can see it. Is that actually the case?
you cannot because you're still enveloped in the fog.
How about this glowing effect that that spell has put on it? Create some, suffused light effect through the fog. Something I can track it down to.
You know what? I'll let the branded one, you can do a caster check.
Okay. That is the wrong stat. I clicked the wrong thing. There you go. Worse.
It's
So
fine.
no, it doesn't pierce the fog.
I rolled a 10, then a 9 on mine, actually. So the best I got is a 10, which is still isn't enough. Fucking okay. I can still hear things though, right? Like,
Yeah. I mean, you know the
I just-
general direction, you just don't know how far or how close.
well, I mean, I should have a general idea how close it is, just based on sound.
You're not going to be that accurate game mechanic wise. I mean, if you want to know their position, you can use an action to do the search.
No, I'm bad at it, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I can hear roughly the direction it is. I have a fuck ton of movement.
Mm-hmm.
I will move in that direction until, again, sort out.
Diagonally.
Yeah, in the direction of the thing.
Okay.
I thought I was
So-
moving in the direction of it before, but
Like
apparently
here?
it's not. Right.
So the minute that happens, you trigger its reaction, so it makes a claw attack against you.
Mhm.
But a 22 misses, I assume.
Yes, correct. Yeah. It's off by 1. So it clings off of my fucking shield and shit. So I could tell he should be roughly around here, but I still can't see him, presumably.
Right. So I would let you, especially after the attack that it made against you that missed, I would allow you to make an attack at disadvantage. You can
I
attack
don't
at
want that.
disadvantage.
That kills people. I don't want to do that. Very, very specifically don't want to roll with a disadvantage.
Whereas I was imagining you walking around with your sword point out and then like accidentally stab Lux, taking her 1 hit point away.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, is there literally no way of telling this of this open avenue?
What do you mean?
To the spot that was open up from the wind wall.
You can't see it from where you are.
But I should be able to hear it. And perhaps even feel it a little bit.
How would that help you in targeting the creature, though?
I'm just looking for like a way to be able to fucking see it. That's all.
No, I already told you you can still make an attack against it, but you're gonna have disadvantage.
Yeah, or if I can find the open avenue so that I can see it. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not the
Right,
only one
but
in the fight. My friends are doing things.
Your character though doesn't see that.
I know. But
Think of it as less fog and more just ink. You're in an ocean of ink. That you can strangely breathe.
Sure. I'm just hoping to take advantage of my allies also trying to see through this stuff. I'll just something else. Yeah, I'll just roll to hit it with the disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay. Well, all right, that's helpful. A 13 and 19 on the die, plus 10, so 23.
23 hits.
Delightful. Let's just go ahead and put this last 3rd level spell slot I have into the Divine Smite. Because I was able to deduce at least that he is, in fact, undead previously.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, 7 slashing, 4 force damage. 5d8 additional radiance. 11. Plus 8 is 19. And 2 more. 19 plus 5 is 24. Plus 4 is 28. 28 radiant damage.
Take Cooper, I will fuck you up. So go ahead and describe how it is killed.
I even
Using it in
Takash
her-
can get.
Describe how you don't see it die.
I just imagine like even Takash is capable of getting just a tad frustrated. He doesn't really show it. He doesn't normally act on it, but it just manifests in the radiant energies of his attack, essentially, and it just again it channels into this thing, overwhelming its undead nature, disrupting its the whatever magic is being alive. And it just sort of collapses. Hopefully not on top of Lux. Presumably it was kind of like holding on to Lux, so it kind of just would drop.
Dealing 1 hit point of damage.
Hey, just one is fine, right? Unless you're in your vitality. Are you
Yeah,
at vitality?
I have 1 vitality. Yes.
Got it. Understood.
Yeah.
I thought it was just one. Okay.
No, I was gone long ago.
We'll get you. We'll get you.
If possible, I will use my reaction to absorb its soul.
Go for it. And so with that, the fog,
presumably. Okay.
with that, the magic of the fog dissipates and the fog itself vanishes.
So all we had to do was kill this thing to get rid of it. Oh. Very well then. I'll approach Lux. And as I hold out a hand to like help Lux get up and transfer 10 hit points to you.
So does that go to vitality first? I take it.
Yeah.
Okay. 11. I open my eyes thinking I have reached the other side only to see Takash. And realizing he has not reached the other side as well. And we are still here.
We are still here.
Lux is like, I was praying for the sweet release of death.
Almost got there. Denied.
Pick you up like you nearly perished there. That was a close one.
Not close enough.
So as the fog lifts, you see in this room there are alcoves where the remains of mummified corpses are each carefully placed. And there is a door right here.
Surely the final boss is beyond that door. Or at least the
Right.
pre-final boss.
The semifinals, the quarterfinals here of boss fights.
All right. And with that, I think that's a good place to stop for the night. So